Good day, everyone. Merry meet. My name is Glennis, and I am the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to warmly welcome you to my channel. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I am doing a wee bit of client work today, and I'm feeling, I guess, particularly kind of psychic, so to speak. But so if you hear me doing a little bit of reading here and there, it could be for my client, it could be for some of you, because this is one of those things that happens to me. I will, of course, read every single comment that is placed on my channel here, and sometimes I pick up on things and sometimes I don't. So if something resonates with you, well then I guess I should say my apologies. I don't know, but certainly it's going to resonate with my client. But I'm going to be talking a wee bit about uncrossing, and some people refer to it as unjinxing. And although it may sound very, very simple, it is everything but that. It is not simple at all. And I don't particularly believe that this person, now when I refer to this person, I may say he, I may say she, but that does not necessarily mean it is a he or a she. It just means I'm going to refer to them, such as a way an unborn baby, before ultrasound, he, refer to the baby as he. So my apologies, but I've been working on their candle, and I have a little bit, I really don't think you guys can probably see it, a little bit of sigil work here. It will make itself known as I anoint this candle. I have some sigil work here that I've carved, and here, and they also have a sigil, whoop, this way, right here, and going all the way down. And I've been working on this candle, and this is going to be sent out to them along with everything else here. And I will give more specific instructions, but as far as uncrossing and unjinxing, I don't feel that this person is jinxed. That is just what I'm picking up on now. They may have gone out and been in business contact with people that, and you and I both know, we all do it. We come into contact with people that in our ordinary personal life we may not have anything to do with, whether it be because their personality clashes with ours or whatever. But we pick up on so many different energies when we are out and about, which is why you guys know, which is why I carry a hanky with a little bit of my own homemade Florida water. And some of that, not the Florida water, but some of the aspects of the Florida water is going to be incorporated into a spiritual bath and into an anointing oil. This is to anoint, if you want to anoint your palms. This is all organic, that the oil that I've put together, or going to put together here, but this particular oil should be just fine on your skin. But please, as always, do a little bit of a patch test somewhere to make sure it's not going to disagree with you. And I also have a little bit of a preservative in here, a little bit of glycerin. That is just to make it last a wee bit longer, because that is a lot of oil. You can anoint, like I said, yourself, the bottom of your feet before you get dressed for business for the day. You can add just a touch or two of the tires of your car. And certainly this candle is going to be anointed. But if you feel like the candle needs a little bit more as you work it, then certainly just a drop or two in your hands. Bring your energy up. And take your candle and and allow the candle to absorb. This candle will absolutely absorb all of the energy that you are putting into it, as well as the intention that I'm putting into this oil here. But some of the mundane ways, before I get started with everything else, some of the mundane ways. Now, before you do like an uncrossing or an unjinxing, whatever it is that you want to call it, you have to do, or you should do, a thorough cleanse of yourself, your surroundings, and again, your car, whatever it is that you're driving. Of course, if you use public transport, that's going to be a challenge just in and of itself. But sometimes we are all so used to living with bad energy that even if we don't know that it's there, it is affecting us in our mundane life and our magical life. So this is, you know, an unblocking and uncrossing. But some of the ways that you can start the process before you receive this package in the mail is you can do a deep clean. And I know you may say, oh, you know, my house is clean. And yes, everyone's house is, you know, clean to one degree or another. But what I'm talking about is maybe a little bit of reorganization. This should be done in the first room that you enter into. So in other words, if you walk through the door that you normally walk through and you see your living room or your den or whatever, that room is the one that you want to concentrate on. Think of it kind of like as spring cleaning, but you know, spring cleaning with a bit of a twist. Open the curtains and allow some natural sunlight to come through. Go to a thrift store if need be and find a beautiful mirror and hang it opposite one of your windows so that you will bring more light into your room, a little bit more reflection into your room. And as you walk through your room, not only will the light be reflected, but your image will be reflected as well. And you will take a visual cue from seeing yourself and before you start this workings. If you have the luxury of changing out curtains, maybe do a little bit of rearranging of the furniture in your room if there's enough room, and if you have that particular luxury, maybe take a little bit of the artwork down and switch it out in another room, something like that. If you have an area rug, move it around a bit, move it on the diagonal, just something to stimulate the energy in your brain and in your room. Organize your kitchen cabinets or your bathroom cabinets. Go through things that are, you know, medicines and things like that that are dated and throw them away. Particularly if they are dated, throw them away. Go through your closets. Anything that you haven't worn in a while, donate it. Not only are you doing a very, very good thing for yourself, but you're doing a good thing for other people. All of this is stimulating you, and it is stimulating the energy in the room. So when you start with your cleansing bath, when you start with this particular candle here, you are already, in a very mundane way, already bringing up energy within you and the room. And without further ado, what I'm going to do here, what I've already done here actually is I have done, I think you guys can see, is a little bit of shavings from Palo Santo. Now, Palo Santo is very, very good to burn, and I don't know if you burn anything, but Palo Santo whatever it is that you have in your aura, in the presence of your room, your vehicle, whatever it is, whether it be just bad energy that you could have brought in, or something that someone could have possibly sent, this will get rid of it. So I've done half for your cleansing bath, and I'm going to do put some of this in your oil here. This is one of those things when I'm making my Florida water, I will make a Palo Santo smudge spray, and that works wonders. I am going to put a couple of protective crystals in here. I'm going to do 3. And let's see. Agrimony. And I'm sure some of you know all about agrimony is absolutely for protection. And if some of this spills into this bowl right here, that's absolutely totally fine, because this is going to be a cleansing bath, and I'm going to make up a like a Mojo bag. If you want to, I don't necessarily expect you to carry this particular Mojo bag with you. You may want to put it in your car, put it in the glove compartment up under your seat, whatever works for you. And a little bit of salt here, a little bit here, maybe a little more. And in your protection bath, I'm going to use star anise. And if you have, certainly if you have star anise oil, you can certainly use that. Going to be using some mint. Rue. And some hyssop. And we all know hyssop works wonderfully. And here you go. And there you go. I will, of course, I will put a label on this for you. You guys have to excuse my hands. I have been working very, very hard. And you can see the stones in the bottom. But again, this is something you only need to use a drop or two on the bottom of your feet, the palms of your hands to start the day, and certainly the palms of your hands to hold your candle. Even if you don't light this candle, that's okay too. And just hold this particular candle. Have a spot where this is going to work for you. Maybe in, you know, just a quiet corner in the room that you've kind of reorganized a little bit. But certainly once I'm going to oil this, and I'm going to be working this, and by the time that you see this, I'm going to wrap this up, and you will see the sigils, because the herbs will settle into the sigils here. So I'm going to set that aside. But for the bath, I'm going to be using, again, I'm going to be using a little bit more hyssop. Except a very goodly amount. Maybe a little bit more. Seem to be working in threes today. And some rue. Sometimes, just by doing the mundane tasks that I hope that you will do, the uncrossing will start to work straight away. And mint. Going to add a little bit of chamomile, a little bit. It's very, very good for healing. And a wee bit of lavender. This is just the most beautiful lavender. And what I'm going to do, and you know, I definitely think I'm going to use some of this jasmine. There is nothing like adding elements from several different practitioners. The carving on the candle was done by something someone sent me, and I'm sure that they probably didn't realize I was going to be carving candles with it, but this gives me a lot of control. And that was sent to me, as well as this jasmine. And all you have to do now, I will send some of this in Mojo bags. Some of this will be in sort of like kind of like clear bags. And all you want to do is very, very easy. It's very simple. Is you take the bag and a bowl, boil some water, throw your bag in here. You know, just pretend this is the bag. Just pour the water on it, let it steep for, you know, a little while, 5-10 minutes. Take your bag, squeeze your bag, and of course the water will be warm, hot. Please don't burn yourself. And you can use a washcloth and wipe yourself, start wiping yourself after your shower, bath, whatever it is that you take, and just wipe yourself starting from the top of your head, concentrating on the base of your neck and down. And I will give you some further instructions as far as the bath is concerned. And again, there's nothing with the Mojo bags that I'm going to send, there's nothing special that you have to do with them. If you want to sit and hold them, and again, I'm going to discuss the wording with you a little bit. Maybe do a little bit of wording if you feel comfortable doing that. If you don't, just take this and put this in your car. Like I said, put it in your car, your glove box, up under there. If you carry a purse, you can put one in your purse. You certainly can slide one right up under your bed. And, you know, further instructions will come with this, but I just wanted to, you know, kind of share with everyone what I do with uncrossings. And I have made other uncrossing videos too, and I'll do my best to put a link to the video below as far as some ideas to use with your oil and things like that. Now, you can, if you feel so inclined, you can brew tea that will help with an uncrossing. And the reason I'm not making it here, I have everything to make it here, but you know, something for you to consume I'm not incredibly comfortable with, but if you want to make it yourself and consume it, and really basically it's a tablespoon of nettle, a tablespoon of thyme, of dry thyme or fresh thyme, whatever works for you, and a pinch of agrimony. If you have a tea strainer, something like that, and put that blend in for a healthy cup of tea. That's not something you have to do every single day. And again, none of this is something you have to do every single day, but I hope that you will take my advice as far as going into your house and looking at where you live in a different way. Mix it up. Charge, you can mundanely, whether you practice or not, you can lift the energy of a room. You can go, if you feel so inclined, I don't know, if you want to go and just get a haircut. I'm not telling you to go and spend money, but sometimes a little bit of self-care, a little bit of self-love, and a cleanse, and protecting yourself will go very, very far. And I know that there are a lot of you who are doing different spells for, you know, different things. And this is something that I absolutely encourage you to do before you do, you know, a road opener or a love spell or a career spell or money or anything like that, because you want to magically and mundanely raise your energy up, raise the vibrations up in the room that you spend the most time. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. Merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.